Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Sam.
I'm Ren.
That's that. We're doing it again. Can you believe it? Another spooky news.
There's no way. Oh,
Are
I've got hiccups. I've got hiccup coughs.
That's how excited she is, ladies and gentlemen. She has hiccups.
Not just hiccups, hiccup coughs.
Hiccups.
Hiccups.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we're going to tell you all about the spooky news for July of 2026. So if you've been, going about your life in July in 2026 and it's been spooky, that's because of all the news that we've got to tell you.
That's true.
True story.
Don't eat the microphone. You've eaten cat poop. I'm not having it.
So, let's, you know what? Just to be different, why don't we explain how the show works?
We never do that.
We never do that.
Sam, how does the show work?
Let me tell you. We got the big three subjects.
What are the big three subjects?
I'll tell you them right now.
Go on, tell me.
It starts ghosts.
Ghosts?
Yeah.
Whoa.
UFOs.
UFOs?
And cryptozoology.
What's cryptozoology, Sam?
Like Bigfoot and stuff.
Oh, Bigfoot and stuff.
Yeah. Not just Bigfoot. Living dinosaurs, potentially, the Montauk Monster.
Bit of Nessie.
Nessie, yeah.
But we only care about
Jersey Devil, stuff like that.
We only care about Bigfoot.
Also, to the more kind of boring, like slightly big scorpions. We did them one time.
Slightly big.
That counts.
Yeah, I do
That
remember
counts.
That, yeah. But Bigfoot is what we care about.
Bigfoot's the main one, I suppose, yeah. So then there is also, obviously, because as you know, spooky things aren't limited to those three.
Yeah.
So we do have a subject called Other. In which all other things fit. Okay.
I like the energy you brought today.
So that's how it works, and we'll go through them in that order for you.
In that order.
So, there will be... I said that a bit weird.
There will be.
There'll be timestamps in the description. So if you're like some kind of hater and you don't like UFOs or something...
You don't want to listen to every word we say.
You can skip straight to Bigfoot.
Let's not encourage that.
Don't do that. I might not put them in this time just to stop you doing that.
Don't do that. I'm already loving this episode.
But, for the last few weeks, months,
Breathing his cat poop in your
we've
face.
been doing something a little bit different at the start, and I think we're going to keep doing it. And that's called movies.
Movies?
So we'll have a little talk to you about the movies we've seen and the spooky movies that are coming up in the month of July. So that if you're like, oh, I want to watch a spooky movie, but I don't know what's coming out, we'll tell you right now. You don't have to go look at it. We'll tell you.
Motion pictures.
So first of all, movies we've watched since the last episode.
Oh.
We've only watched one, and it's not really a spooky movie, although there were spooky elements. So we'll just touch on it quickly, and that movie is That Odyssey.
Oh, yeah, The Odyssey.
I say we've only watched one. We have actually watched two, because I wrote this before we watched Spider-Man. So we've watched Spider-Man as well.
Well, that
there's not really spooky in Spider-Man, so there's no point in talking about that
that's
here.
Kind of...
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well.
But yeah, The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan film.
Very good. We love Christopher Nolan.
All-star cast. All sorts going on. No spoilers. And again, we won't spend too long on it because it's not really a spooky movie, but there are some unnerving moments, aren't there?
Oh, yeah.
If you've not seen it...
Some bits done so well.
The Cyclops. Quite unnerving.
With the pigs.
The pigs.
Oh, I hated
quite unnerving.
It was so unsettling, but so good. I was like, this is awful. I love it. Hi, Dodger. Can you not breathe your cat poo breath in my face?
I think...
Look at him. He looks offended. You did it. Sorry.
I think it's probably around Inception for me. Like in terms of a ranking, I'd put it next to Inception.
Yeah, I'd put it with Interstellar.
I'd put Interstellar a bit higher personally, but obviously these things are subjective. But in case you're wondering, that's about it.
But I think I did rate it 5 stars, which I also rated Interstellar 5 stars.
Yeah, but obviously when you're only doing up to 5 stars, there's quite a lot of room for variance there. Like, 5 stars means multiple things, really.
Yeah.
They're not all 5 stars are equal.
No, they're not.
But it does mean it's a top quality film.
Like Twilight's 5 star. That's nothing can ever get close to Twilight.
Nothing ever.
Dodger, I don't want your cat poo breath in my face. I'm trying to do a podcast here.
Right, so we'll leave it there for The Odyssey. And we'll move on now and we'll tell you...
I'm sorry. I'm actually dying.
We're going to tell you the upcoming spooky movie. So if you're looking for a spooky movie to watch, we've got you covered. Whoa! He nearly fell. Anyway,
No.
so the first one coming up is Ice Cream Man, directed by Eli
Cream
Roth.
Man?
Yes,
I've not
Ice Cream Man.
heard anything about this.
Directed by Eli Roth, which I can't remember the movies he's done off the top of my head, but he's done a bunch of, like, you'll know. I think he did Cabin Fever, the original one,
I don't think I've seen Cabin
as well
Fever.
as a bunch of others. Like, Eli Roth's known for directing horror movies, generally quite good. The release date is the 7th of August.
It's out.
It's out now. When we started this, they said the movie's coming up in July, because I meant the movie's coming up in August, because
I
that's the
don't
month
know.
we're in now.
I'm not going to lie, so I was fighting for my life against Dodger's breath.
So it's out now, so you can watch that one if you want. Although
Is it in cinema?
it's in cinema, I would recommend not going to see it, because I did see the other day that he had used AI.
Get it off this list.
So
Sack
actually,
it off.
boycott that one, please.
Boycott
Please,
it.
if you were thinking about
Boycott
watching it, do not watch it.
No,
Download it illegally. I'm happy for you to do that.
not even that. It's not even worth it. AI, get off. Get off my cinema. Get off my screen.
Right. So the next one. Now, you could argue this isn't spooky, but I would argue it is somewhat involving cryptids, and that is The End of Oak Street,
What?
directed by David Robert Mitchell, who did It Follows, which is a spooky film if you haven't seen that one.
I
The
haven't.
release date for that is the 14th of August.
Oh.
Very exciting. In this one, there are dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Yes.
Dodger,
So
please.
if you like dinosaurs and apparently time travel and Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor, this movie is the one for you. It's being released by Warner Brothers. The interesting thing is, it's being produced by J.J. Abrams, and there is some very slight suggestion that it may be connected to the Cloverfield universe.
Oh.
The problem with that is Cloverfield, I believe, is owned by Paramount.
Oh.
So it's a bit, maybe not. But then again, at the same time, Paramount is buying Warner Brothers, I believe.
Oh.
So maybe, I don't know. It's not sure. So if you're interested in that, there might be an extra reason to be watching this movie.
Cool.
So the next one, now this one is a spooky one. It's a new Insidious film.
Yay.
Insidious Out of the Further. This one, if what I saw on the internet is to be believed,
Yeah.
as it always is, this one's back to being directed by James Wan.
Oh.
Now that's important because James Wan starts these. He started The Conjuring, he started Insidious, and the first ones, 1 or 2 in both those, are really good, and he's directing it. And then someone else directs it, and they're not bad, but they do sort of drop off a bit in quality. So if he's back to direct this one, that's very promising.
That is promising. We love James Wan.
And I watched a trailer the other day,
Without me.
and they've done a remix of the Tiptoe in the Tulips. Exactly. So
Oh, a remix of it.
a remix.
Is it like when they did that Swiss Army Man and Daniel Radcliffe did like a really harrowing cover of Cotton Eye Joe?
Sort of like that, yeah. Anyway, that one comes out on the 21st of August, and it's being released by Momentum Pictures in the UK.
What the heck is Momentum Pictures?
I don't know, just some
Momentum.
movie publishing house, I guess. So if you like James Wan, if you don't know, James Wan, like I say, he did Conjuring and the first 2, I think both the first 2 Insidious films, and he did Saw.
Uh-huh.
He's done one of the Fast and Furious films.
And that is the best
Yeah.
series ever.
He does good
In
stuff.
fact, that might top Twilight for me.
Wow. Family. And that's all of the movies, that's all the spooky movies coming out in August
Right.
that I am aware of anyway.
Yeah, cool.
I may have missed one, who knows? Don't care. Right. So you're all caught up with that. We're going to move on to the actual news now, the actual spooky news.
Okay.
Story number, first, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's establish that we're talking about ghosts.
Do we have a ghost story?
We have 2 ghost stories.
Ghost story.
Can you believe
Oh,
it?
great. Look, I'm talking too excitedly and Dodger is tilting his head at me right now and he just wants to breathe his cat poo breath in my face. And I'm sorry that I keep coughing, guys, but he keeps breathing at me. He's so cute, but that breath ain't. Anyway, yeah, let's jump into the first ghost story.
Story 1 for ghosts. Scientists analyse witches' marks on the walls of old English buildings and finally reveal the meaning behind the mysterious symbol.
What?
So this one is the Daily Mail.
Are they saying that it's not actually witches and it's ghosts?
They have puzzled historians for years, but the true meaning of the witches' marks on the walls of old English buildings has finally been revealed. The marks, often referred to as daisy wheels or hexafoils, can be found inside medieval churches and houses across the country. Experts have previously suggested that they were ritual protection symbols or that they have mystical meanings. Give up, Dodge.
Just trying to eat the keyboard.
Now, Professor Jennifer Alexander, a professor of architectural history at Warwick University and the author of Stonemason's Marks, has set the record straight. She claims that the marks are simply scribbles left on the walls by stonemasons working on the buildings. She says in a quote, "Do you remember at school when you were first given a pair of compasses and you made a daisy wheel? It's that," Professor Alexander told The Guardian.
I don't know what a daisy wheel is.
I don't
Do we
either.
have a picture for reference?
I think there is. We'll get to the end of the story, and I'm pretty sure I've saved a picture. There are hundreds of such marks, and they tend to be of varying degrees of skill. It's much more the sort of thing you'd use to train apprentices with, giving them skills in using tools on interactable surfaces like stone. According to a previous survey carried out by Historic England, these mysterious symbols are common across England. The most common mark recorded is the hexafoil or daisy wheel, which range from a straightforward singletons to complex interlinked multiple examples, he explained. According to the public's responses, they occur across the whole of England and on a variety of buildings from the medieval to the 19th century, including houses, farm buildings and churches. It is, of course, impossible to be certain of the date of the marks, but they are certainly much later examples on 19th century buildings than expected. In 2024, the English heritage volunteer Rick Berry discovered several circular carvings at Gainsborough Old Hall in Lincolnshire and suggested that they may have had mystical meanings. Simple circles that seem to be missing the internal six-pedal design of a daisy wheel or a hexafoil are among marks found by Mr. Berry. These were believed to trap demons, English Heritage explained at the time. Okay, that's the story. I've got a link to the image here. Let me bring it up.
Dodger, you need to chill.
There, like that. That's what it looks like.
Right.
So I suppose it kind of looks like a flower in a circle, and that's why it's called daisy wheel.
Daisy wheel, yeah.
So they're suggesting that these are just like people working on the buildings, just sort of messing about, essentially, or like she says, practicing.
Yeah.
Stuff. Don't know if I believe her. Where's the evidence?
Proof or it didn't happen.
I suppose the thing is, she's probably right.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if you look at it this way, the suggestion that they are like intentional, like symbols put there to ward off demons or bad spirits, whatever, that doesn't imply that they actually do anything either. So it could equally be true.
Yeah.
That they were made for that intention, and it's just.
Well, I may as well put a daisy wheel on it just in case.
But I suppose the thing about history is so much is guesswork because there really is very little evidence for a lot of stuff.
Mm.
So I don't. In this, they've said, "Oh, it's actually this," but they've not given a reason. They've not said, "Oh, we think it's this because we discovered this or whatever." You know what I mean? There's no specific reason given. Not that I'd ever heard of these before.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
No, and I don't think I've ever. I mean, I get it when you look at it, but that's not ever something I did with a pair of compasses.
No. She says, like, "Oh, you remember when you got a first compass and you did a thing?" I'm like, I don't remember. None of us remember doing that.
It was just a solid circle for me, mate.
Just doing a circle. And you're lucky if you got that.
Yeah. Now, spirographs, that's different. That's different.
But that does it for you.
That does it for yeah. Maybe that's what they were doing.
So maybe she's right, and maybe it's just stonemasons prattling about. Or maybe she's wrong because she didn't give any reasoning for it, and maybe people did do it as curses or as spiritual barriers or something.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Sorry, you go on.
I was expecting it to be spookier. It doesn't look spooky.
Yeah. It's also arguably not ghosts because it's witches. But I thought it sort of counts, and it talks about warding off spirits and stuff. Warding off
spirits, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought anything of that because it doesn't look spooky.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The equivalent to that is? It's the S that we draw. That we drew as kids.
We all drew that S.
It's on every building that's been built by millennials.
So, you know, if you have what do they call them, daisy wheels, or
witches.
What that other graph one? What was it called? Something a graph, hexagraph.
Yeah.
If you've got a daisy wheel or a hexagraph on your house, let us know.
Send a pic.
Has it warded off spirits? Do you know the reason it was there? Maybe because some people know the whole history of the house. Like some houses have been in families for the entire lifetime of the house. It's been in the same family, and they passed down stories. So maybe one of them knew.
Yeah. Are you resentful towards the daisy wheel on your house because you want spirits so that you can get a feature on our podcast?
I would be mad.
I would be mad.
There might be one on this house and we don't know. It's a fairly old house.
That's why we've not seen any spirits. Should we have a look? Should we actually look at our house?
We scrape it off and then we get some spirits?
Yeah. It's like, imagine. We just get haunted. Stop tilting your head like that.
Should we move on to the next story?
Interesting. Yes, let's move on. We've got second ghost story.
We've got a second ghost story. So this one, because there hasn't been much ghost stories, because there often isn't, especially in the summer, I thought this one's not a news story, as it were, but I thought, let me find something that is sort of current-ish, and we'll talk about it. It's been kind of a topic of discussion in the ghosts community, I guess.
Okay.
So, story 2. Security guard caught talking to an old lady until his co-worker radioed him that he's not talking to anybody.
Oh.
So this one...
Chills.
I've written okay, so the source ultimately is a YouTube channel called Bizarre Bub.
Right.
So this video I've been seeing doing the rounds on Reddit recently.
Ow.
It's been on 2 notable subreddits called r/ghosts and r/oddly terrifying, with 1.6 thousand upvotes and 15,000 upvotes respectively.
Right.
And a bunch of comments. So this is like something that's been hotly talked about recently.
Yeah.
So I was just going to look at the actual Reddit post, but when I looked deeper into it, the source for the Reddit post was actually this Bizarre Bub YouTube channel, who uploaded a video in October 2022 with not just this video, but a series of other spooky videos.
Right.
And in the video, they say how it was Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting confused. So in the video, they claim that it's not their video originally. It was posted somewhere else. They didn't say where.
Right.
But on another YouTube channel or hosted somewhere else. But it was taken down a few days later.
Okay.
They then claimed that the owner of the footage reposted it again because people were interested in seeing it, and then they subsequently took it down again after that.
Okay.
So they didn't say who the owner was, what the other channel it was posted on. They didn't give any of that information. So that could all be not true.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's what they say. And that's the earliest, as far as I can tell, trace of this footage existing. But it's clearly security footage from some building, and a security guard is doing a rounds and he starts talking to someone. You can see him start talking to someone, but there's no one there. And then after a bit, his colleague radios him and said, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm talking to this old lady." And he said, "There's no one there. You're not talking to anyone."
Whoa.
And he freaks out and runs away. Okay.
There was an old lady. She just wasn't on camera. She just were off camera.
You'll see, because she would have been on camera.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
Wouldn't it be funny if you were that little old lady you're talking to, and then he's like, "There's no one there," and then this guy just runs away from you.
So we're gonna watch this video. When we've watched videos before, I've sort of left us recording and then we talk a bit over it and stuff. But this video's a bit longer, so we're actually going to pause the recording and we'll come back once we've watched the video and then we'll talk about it, what we saw, okay?
Wow.
So we'll be back in just a second. So there you go. We just finished watching the video.
Wow.
What do you think, Renegade?
That's pretty spooky.
Do you think it's legit?
I hate that I've become a skeptic.
Do you think it's set up, or do you think we're just misunderstanding what we're looking at?
I think because we don't know anything about this guy.
Right.
I think maybe he was very sleepy.
That was one of the suggestions in the comments, is that it was sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
Because they do long shifts all night long, and maybe he was hallucinating or something. I don't think it's
could be that, but
we don't even know where this building is. I don't think it's in an English-speaking country, because I'm pretty sure the radio, you didn't hear it very well, but it sounded like it was in Spanish or something.
Right. Okay.
So it could be. I mean, there's quite a lot of Spanish-speaking countries. It could be in Spain. Could be somewhere in the South of America. It could be one of the other Spanish-speaking countries. Can't think of something, man. It might not be a Spanish-speaking country. It may just be that they guards were Spanish.
Yeah.
So they were speaking in Spanish. He's honestly no way, because there's no traceability for it, and that is an issue in determining how real this is or isn't. But this is, like, I guess, been circulating on the internet for at least 4 years.
Wow.
And that is a person in the footage. And as far as I could tell, he hasn't come forward to say, "Oh, that's me, this is what happened," or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
He could have just not seen it, obviously. It's not like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Or it could be that it was put there intentionally as a fake.
Yeah.
Could be. It's kind of a spooky video either way.
Yeah. Very unsettling.
So he's supposed to be talking to an old woman. She's looking for a place in a building. But then again, at the same time, so he sees her outside the door and then goes to open the door for her.
Yeah.
It's not... was there a timestamp on the video, do you remember?
I don't think so.
So it's not clear whether it's daytime or nighttime, but you would assume this is nighttime because the lights kept going off.
Yeah, it was very dark. And
Yeah,
when
it
you
looked dark
when it
outside.
showed him running outside, it was a nighttime camera.
Right.
It was black and white.
So you would assume the idea is the building's not open. Right, and
Yeah,
they're just
so
doing
I'm
night
like,
security. So why would he let this
why?
woman in?
Yeah, and there also seemed to be, it was a bit, this is why I thought maybe it was like a sleep deprivation thing, because there didn't seem to be any sort of like rhyme or reason to where he was looking when he was talking.
Right.
Because I'm like, okay, if he's talking to this old woman, while I was watching it, I was like, okay, this is where the woman is right now.
Right.
But then he'd look the other way and I'm like, where is she now? He opened the door and sort of like led her in, but he was walking like directly in front of her. If, you know, after holding the door open, she would have been directly behind him. And then he was sort of turning to the side and he was talking. And then we're like standing at the lift. It'd gone from like left to right. And I'm like, she could have been moving about.
She could have been moving. The way I saw it the way I imagine it when he was walking in is that she walked sort of faster than him, around him to in front of him.
Is she a little old lady? She ain't walking faster.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah.
But yeah, he did keep looking sort of back and forth, but it's like, oh,
but it also
was he looking to gesture somewhere or
checking.
thinking or checking? I don't. It's hard to say.
Because he is doing security, so I guess he's sort of keeping an eye on things. So
Yeah.
yeah, it could be that he's just looking around and talking to her, but not making direct eye contact with her all the time, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah. It would have been useful if we could have spoken. Like if we could have had his account of it,
Yeah.
of what actually happened.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was
Interesting.
very, very unsettling.
Mm.
And the minute that he gets the radio and they're like, yeah, there's no one there, and he's just like, I'm out. I like that. Man just ran.
Stuff like that is why, not that I'd do it now, but there was a time like it would have been nice to have like a night security job, just cause it's like weird.
Yeah.
Like largely speaking, nothing happens, so it's fairly chill anyway. But then obviously you have to do unsociable hours, but then like sometimes something spooky might happen. You know what I mean? It's like they make for cool stories. I'm like, yeah, that would have been nice to have that, but
yeah, that's kind of freaky deaky.
very cool.
Yeah.
So I will put the link for that video in the description so you can see it for yourselves if you want to.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. There are multiple other spooky videos on that one though. It's not just that video, so you have to find it. It's like the second or third one.
It was actually the fourth one.
Okay, it's the fourth one then.
It counts down.
Fair enough.
Wait, it was number 4. I don't know how many there were.
We don't know if it was counting up or down, but it was number 4.
It might have been the second one.
Yeah.
It was number 4, yeah.
Right. Well, that's all for ghosts then for this month.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to UFOs. You know how it is.
Is it chunky UFOs? We got chunky one.
Chunkish.
Chunkish.
Story 1 for UFOs.
Okay.
Pentagon proposes new secrecy power to withhold unclassified records from public access laws. The source for this is CBS News. First, before we talk about that, I put this in here because I didn't want to make an actual story of it because it wasn't that interesting. The Pentagon released the fourth tranche, as they're calling them, of UFO files. And there wasn't all that much. I mean, obviously there's stuff in it, and it is still interesting to see, but there was nothing that moves the needle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all the same kind of things we've already seen. And in fact, as of recording right now, just the other day, they released the fifth tranche. And while I haven't looked into it properly, the immediate response seems to be that there's not a whole lot interesting in there either. So again, while it's cool that they're putting this stuff out there, it seems like we're not really getting all that much with it.
Yeah.
Not all that much we haven't already seen or that's interesting, really. Anyway, let's move on to this story then.
Your breath smells.
The Pentagon... here we go. Yeah. The Pentagon is asking Congress for broad new authority to withhold unclassified records from the public, a proposal that transparency advocates say could significantly reduce the public's ability to scrutinize the nation's largest federal agency and understand how billions of taxpayer dollars are spent. The legislative proposal seeks to create a new section of federal law allowing the Defense Secretary to exempt certain Controlled Unclassified Information, or CUI, from disclosure under the Freedom of Information Act in the U.S. military, and if the U.S. military determines the records concern national defense vulnerabilities and concludes that the harm from disclosure outweighs the public interest. Brett Max Kaufman, senior counsel with American Civil Liberties Union Center for Democracy, told CBS News in an email that for decades there has been a massive overclassification problem throughout the executive branch. The last thing the government needs is new power to withhold information under the FOIA, Kaufman wrote. Controlled unclassified information was established under an executive order during the Obama administration to replace dozens of inconsistent for official use only markings that agencies had developed over decades. The CUI system was designed to standardize how agencies safeguard sensitive but unclassified information. Importantly, CUI itself does not create authority to withhold records from the public. The National Archives, which oversees the government's CUI program, has repeatedly emphasized that designation of CUI does not affect whether records may be released under the Freedom of Information Act. Agencies like the Defense Department must still rely on one of FOIA's 9 statutory exemptions to prevent the public disclosure of documents. The Pentagon proposal would fundamentally change that relationship. Instead of treating CUI as an administrative marking, it would allow the Defense Department to use it as one of the central predicates for withholding records altogether. This is not the first time the Pentagon has sought language to adjust FOIA. For instance, a draft version of the annual defense policy bill in 2017 included language to withhold information on military tactics, techniques, and procedures, and of military rules of engagements. It prompted a coalition of oversight organizations to write to Congress opposing it. Inside Defense first reported on the latest legislative proposal. If adopted, the legislation would become part of a FOIA system that has long suffered from chronic delays. The Defense Department's backlog of FOIA requests has been growing. The most recent annual Pentagon FOIA report said at the end of the 2025 fiscal year, there were 30,476 backlogged requests, a 42% increase from 2024.
Can you break that down for my dummy brain, please?
So as I understood it, basically they're trying to push through a thing where a previously existing classification of the CUI, whatever that stood for, I can't remember now, which was just kind of so you know what kind of stuff is in this information. They're now trying to pass a law essentially that says that CUI can then be used to prevent it from being shown to the public.
Right, gotcha.
The whole idea is you're supposed to be transparent. Unless it is very important that it's kept secret, the public, because they're funding it, should be able to see and scrutinize everything that the government's doing. That's the idea, and this is the law that will be passed that would make that harder to happen. Their argument is obviously that it includes stuff that is related to national defense, and therefore it is valid to prevent it. And then the people who don't want its argument is basically that is an excuse, and they're just basically trying to hide more and more sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
Either UFOs or even just, obviously we all know all world governments, they're always doing dodgy stuff all the time. Insider trading and stuff, other horrible stuff. So basically it's one of those things where it's like, well, they don't want this to pass because it would be a big issue, but that's what's going on. So for us, for what we're interested in for UFOs, basically, at the moment, loads of UFO stuff's coming out. If they manage to pass this, that would probably put a lot of the stuff that would come out, it would put a stop to it. They'd say, oh no, we can't release this because of national defense or whatever. And then we don't find out.
Lovely.
So, I mean, obviously the argument has always been that if they, the whole thing has been that UFOs, or the truth of it, has been so secretly held that it doesn't matter what laws are passed. It's above the law. If they don't want you to find out, you're never finding out, kind of thing.
Right.
So arguably, if that's the case, this doesn't make a difference whether it passes or not.
Gotcha.
But it could still matter for a lot of other things.
Yeah.
On the other hand, maybe it's not that top secret, and maybe we would find something out if they didn't pass it. But if they do, we won't find out. What do you think?
I don't know, Sam.
That's fine. You don't have to have a lot of thoughts on this one, but I think it's important to put out there so people know what's going on. Again, this only applies to the US. All the other world governments, like, if you want to say something about UFOs, this law don't affect you.
Get yapping.
If Andy Burnham, our new Prime Minister, if you want to tell us about UFOs, I'm not going to complain. Okay? If you want to spill the beans. Spill beans all over the floor, UFO beans. Oh no, there are beans. Have a look at them. That'd be fine.
Oh no, there are beans all over the floor.
I'll await your response.
Await your response.
Because he's definitely going to listen to this,
What if he does? I'm talking too excitedly for Dodger. I need to just change my tone and be very boring. Look, he's gone back to sleep.
To sleep. Okay, let's move on to story 2 for UFOs.
Okay.
Trump waives NDAs to encourage UAP witnesses to come forward.
Wow.
The source for this is Fox News. President Donald Trump has directed federal agencies to waive prior non-disclosure agreements to former government employees and contractors cooperating with unidentified anomalous phenomena investigations, Fox News Digital has learned. President Trump recently directed the Department of War and the intelligence community to allow former government employees or contractors that have relevant information about the disclosure of UAP to come forward to meet with designated government representatives, ARROW, or the President's UAP Task Force, PURSUE, and have their prior NDAs abrogated, a senior administration official said, with ARROW referring to the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, the Pentagon office established to investigate UFOs and other unidentified anomalous phenomena. Another senior administrator official emphasized the move was not a declassification directive and only allowed employees to come forward through governmental channels. Officials say years of congressional inquiries, whistleblower allegations, and newly declassified records have raised questions about whether additional witnesses have remained silent because they believe prior non-disclosure agreements prevented them from cooperating with the government investigations. People who believe that they have information have expressed reluctance in coming forward, the official said. We are eliminating that source of reluctance. Like other government employees and defense contractors with access to classified information or sensitive national security programs, many witnesses would have signed non-disclosure agreements as a condition of receiving security clearance or access to restricted information. Those agreements generally prohibit unauthorized disclosure of classified or otherwise protected information and typically remain in effect even after an individual leaves government service. Former officials and contractors who disclose protected information without authorization risk losing security clearances, facing civil penalties, or in some circumstances, criminal prosecution if classified information is improperly disclosed. Under the new process, former government employees and contractors who believe they possess relevant UAP information would first meet with designated officials at the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office or the President's UAP Task Force PURSUE, who hold the appropriate security clearances. During those authorized discussions, any applicable non-disclosure agreements could be waived, allowing witnesses to share information without fear of violating prior agreements. Information provided through the process would be reviewed through through the administration's existing declassification procedures. Any information that is received that sheds light on the UAP mystery will ultimately be made public, the official said. The official said the administration does not know whether potential witnesses actually possess significant new information, but wants to remove any perceived legal barriers so investigators can determine whether previously undisclosed information exists. You don't know what you don't know, the official said. What do you think, Ren?
I wouldn't trust it.
You don't trust
still
it?
would be like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
So obviously, non-disclosure agreement is basically a contract you sign when you get access to things to basically say you will not talk about this, and if you do, we can like sue
Shoot
you or
you in
whatever.
the head.
Maybe not that, but
I know.
so the idea is basically, and this was quite a hyped up moment when this happened.
Yeah.
Those people like, oh, they're waiving NDAs so that people can talk. Since then, not much new has come forward, which suggests one of two things: either that there wasn't much new to come forward, or like you say, people are like, yeah, I still don't trust it.
I wouldn't.
Obviously, it's also not basically a thing to say like, oh, you can say what you want now.
Yeah.
It's a thing to say you can come to these two specific government bodies
Yeah.
and tell us. You still can't say anything to everyone else, but you can tell us without fear of reprimand.
I'd be so scared. I'd be like, this is a ploy.
It could be. So basically, they've been trying to push through also recently like stronger whistleblower protections.
Right.
So I think that this in combination with the whistleblower protections, if they come through, would probably make it more likely. But this on its own doesn't seem to have affected people who may or may not want to come forward. But having said that, I think it's still an important step. It's better to have this happen than not.
Yeah.
But we've yet to have anything else actually become like any other whistleblowers come forward as a result of this.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I wouldn't. If it were me, I'd be like, I'm good.
You wouldn't blow your whistle.
I would not blow my whistle.
All right, then. Anything else to say on that before we move on?
No, don't
Okay.
trust him. It's a lie.
Story 3 for UFOs? Why not?
Another one.
Mysterious white object that popped through the clouds forces pilots to swerve midair. It scared the hell out of me.
Whoa.
Source for this one's Daily Mail.
Okay.
A mysterious unidentified flying object described as a white something panicked both passengers and pilots after an alleged near miss over Hawaii. A woman on board Mokulele Airlines flight between Molokai to Maui. Is that Maui?
Maui.
Yeah. Said she spotted the object which forced the plane to swerve to avoid collision as they exited a cloud bank on the 9th of July. Molokai resident Tammy Dixon said the incident literally scared the hell out of me. Both pilots looked at each other and veered to the right. The FAA and National Transportation Safety Board both could not confirm that another plane or craft was in the area. Dixon suspected that the object may have been a drone, but drone experts have stated that if everyone was following US air safety rules, plane and drones should never get that close. While Hawaii is not the biggest hotbed for UFO activity, there have already been 9 other sightings submitted to the National UFO Reporting Center this year. While the US government has maintained for decades that there is no physical proof of UFOs and alien life exist, the public disclosure of once classified sightings has now revealed many similar incidents to the one reported between Molokai and Maui this month. Tim O'Sullivan of Aloha Aine Drones, Aloha Aine Drones, said after the incident that if the UFO was a drone, it would have had its own flight lane over Hawaii, making a collision unlikely. The FAA establishes very clear guidelines of where aircraft can fly, kind of like on a highway, you have your own driving lane, Sullivan told Hawaii News. They should never actually interact, or you should never have one car or aircraft entering another car's lane. Dixon said that the mystery object did not appear to be a bird and was too small to have been another plane in the Mokulele Airlines path. Bloody hell, it's hard to say.
Mokulele.
According to the passenger, who was reportedly heading to undergo eye surgery, the small commuter plane had been passing through clouds, which brought visibility down to zero. Once the plane left the clouds, however, Dixon claims the UFO suddenly appeared and was seen by both pilots, who took action to avoid a collision. A spokesperson for that Mokulele Airlines told the Daily Mail that they have no record of a near miss involving one of their planes that day.
Weird.
So they're claiming no one said out to them. No evidence we have a near miss.
Wow.
What do you think? Do you think drone?
Maybe.
Maybe drone.
Well, yeah, they're not meant to, but just like as their little metaphor there, you do get people being idiots on the road, don't you? So you do get idiots in the sky too.
It could have just been someone, flying their drone where they're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then again, it depends. It didn't say their altitude.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
It's just like a consumer level drone. The chances are it wouldn't be as high up as a plane unless they were coming into land, but then that would be even more of a.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't know.
The way he says you have your own lane suggests to me that they're not coming into land, that they're like cruising altitude.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think a regular consumer drone would be up that high. So this would be something else. It doesn't mean it isn't a drone. Maybe it's the US government
messing about.
I mean, they mess about too,
People be messing about,
People be messing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Could be a ghost.
Whoa, ghost drone, whoa.
Ghost drone, whoa.
Ghosts can fly, right? Surely they can fly. Who says they can't go to cruising altitude?
Casper.
Could be.
It's Casper the friendly ghost.
Could be.
Yeah.
So if you're in Hawaii, and you're about to get on a plane, be careful, because them drones going to hit you. Or is it a UFO? Abducted? Just saying. Watch out. Maybe the reason they have no accounts of near misses is because the UFOs came down and wiped all information.
Whoa.
What do we think?
Please don't, Dodger. Whatever you're about to do. No, you did it. He did it. Oh, he's fallen.
Oh, you've fallen, Dodger. You've fallen. You can't get up.
Compromised.
So, we can move on to...
Are your legs stuck? His little legs are hanging off the sofa, Sam.
He's stuck. Oh, I'm going to pause for a second.
Give me the laptop.
All right, that's better. We're back.
We had technical difficulties there. The technical difficulties were Dodger flailing his little legs off the sofa.
Let's move on to cryptozoology, okay?
Okay.
There are no stories for cryptozoology.
Why would you do this? Let's move on to cryptozoology. Stop talking about Dodger. Let's talk about cryptozoology. Oh, there are no stories. Oh.
Sorry about that. Bigfoot, he's been quiet this month.
He's having a chill summer.
He's just
having
hanging
a hot
out.
girl summer.
It's a bit warm for a Bigfoot.
It is.
Yeah.
He's struggling.
So what we'll actually do is move on to other. You know how it is. We have...
What could it be? It could literally be anything.
Literally anything that's not ghosts, UFOs, or cryptozoology.
Let's go. Other. Go.
Story one for other. The brain can still process language even when fully unconscious. The source for this one is Unexplained Mysteries / TK Randall.
Process language. Does that mean it could learn language? Should we just put Spanish Peppa Pig on when we go to sleep?
Let's just see what the story says.
Okay.
It would be fair to say that we don't tend to remember much from the times we are unconscious, apart from the occasional dream recollection. But as it turns out, the human brain is still busy at work processing what we hear even when we are in a deep sleep. To learn more, researchers from the Baylor College of Medicine monitored brain activity in patients who were undergoing epilepsy surgery and who had been rendered fully unconscious via general anesthetic. Incredibly, it seemed that even during this state, the brain was still able to perceive and process at a sophisticated level the words that it heard during the procedure. Not only did the researchers discover that the brain was able to distinguish between verbs, nouns, and adjectives, but also that it could predict words even before they were heard. Our findings show that the brain is far more active and capable during unconsciousness than previously thought, said Dr. Samir Sheth. Even when patients are fully anesthetized, their brains continue to analyze the world around them. The findings are particularly meaningful as they challenge what we know of consciousness. If we can listen to and process the world around us while unconscious, what else can we do? That's the whole story.
Wow.
The original source was Daily Science, but I think it was one of those where, that was the actual report. This one
Right,
wrote, so it
yeah.
wasn't like written as a news story. It
was
wasn't
just the report. Yeah.
good to read, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
so basically, if someone's asleep, you can't just say whatever you want because they are listening. Although I would argue, I would make this point. They're saying this is patients who are under general anaesthetic and are unconscious as a result of that. And I would argue that's
Yeah.
not the same as being asleep.
Not the same.
They're different kinds of unconsciousness, I think.
Yeah. I'm sure we do. This is why I tell you not to put spooky stories on when we go to sleep because it gets in my head.
So obviously...
But then the other night I just had relaxing music on and I had nightmares about spreadsheets. So
there you go. So
you
what does
just
this
don't want me to
say?
yap about my dreams,
What do you think this suggests about the brain? That when you're unconscious, you're still registering not just sounds, but picking out language and words that are going on around you.
It means nothing to me, I'm asleep.
You don't think it means anything?
Not to me, not to my mind. At least my mind's shut off. I'd hate if I were aware of it.
Because,
I don't know. I'm not, obviously, it's subconscious, right?
It's like the story says, like, you don't tend to remember stuff from when you're asleep.
I mean,
So-
well, if you think about, like, hypnosis and that, I mean, it gets there somehow. The words get there.
But
I don't mean, like, full hypnosis, but I mean, like, being in that relaxed state and having, like, a meditation
you're not
tape.
unconscious when you're hypnotized or meditating, are you?
I am.
What
I
you-
mean,
what
no,
you-
what I mean is, I used to put them on to sleep to.
Right.
I'm sure that was making, it was
But I
getting
think
in my brain there.
The whole thing with hypnotism...
Get rid of the word hypnotism. I used the wrong word.
Right.
Meditation.
When you're meditating, the idea isn't that you're unconscious. The idea is you are conscious. You're just trying to empty yourself of thought, right?
Right.
But you can't. I mean, you can do it to an extent, but you can't literally empty yourself of thought.
Yeah.
Because that would just be being unconscious.
Right. And that's what happened.
So as a result, you are taking information because you're conscious and you are registering it, even if you're trying not to.
I was asleep, Sam.
Right, and at that point, you're not meditating. You're just asleep.
Exactly. That's my point. But I think it made an impact of what I was listening to while I slept. And again, it comes back to them stupid, scary Reddit stories you put on at bedtime.
What impact do you think it had listening to these meditation sounds?
I had a much more peaceful sleep.
Do you really think that
I
was
really
it?
think I did.
Not convinced.
I have nightmares when you put on yours.
Then
I'll wake up and I'll look at the TV and there's a demon on the screen. And I sometimes have bloody sleep paralysis. So I'll be like, is that my sleep paralysis demon reaching out of the telly towards me?
I think there's every chance that even though your brain is registering words when you're asleep, that it has no actual impact.
It's not doing aught with it, is it?
It's sort of just superficially doing it. Maybe sort of as practice to make sure it can still do it when you wake up.
Yeah, maybe. I mean that.
Maybe it has to. Like maybe it's one of those things where if it doesn't do it, then it loses function. Like it has to keep firing the synapses, keep doing things in order for the functionality to happen. Use it or lose it. So even if you're not actively trying to listen to words, it's doing it.
And maybe that's why I had the spreadsheet dream.
Maybe.
Because I didn't listen to a whole lot of words that day. I just looked at a lot of spreadsheets and my brain was like, we got to keep up with this. We got to figure this out.
Can we test it?
How?
When you're asleep, I'm going to say something.
You're going to say I'm stinky or something like that, aren't you?
And then
I already know.
in the morning,
Ren, you stink. You're a stinky lady.
in the morning, I'll ask you what I said and we'll see if you remember. Okay. We'll do that.
You've got to remember what you've said, though.
I'll remember.
In fact, it's probably better if I do it because you just got asleep.
I'll write
like
it
that.
down. I'll write it down.
Write it down, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
you don't even remember like anything at that. You don't remember waking up and like talking to me or whatever. Like, I need you to write it down what you say because you won't remember it.
We're going to do the experiment and we'll get back to you.
Back to you.
Okay, next story. I think this is the last story now.
Okay.
Story 2 for other. Mexican Batman duct tapes alleged motorcycle thieves to lampposts.
This is the best story ever. This is the best headline ever.
The source for this one is Oddity Central. Tired of waiting for local police to do their duty and bring criminals to justice, a mysterious vigilante in the town of Lagos de Moreno, Mexico's Jalisco state, Jalisco state, has been duct taping alleged motorcycle thieves to lampposts and leaving them for authorities to find. At least 5 victims have been found so far. The mysterious Batman started operating in Lagos de Moreno in mid-June. The first person was found duct taped to a lamppost with "thief" written on his forehead on the 13th of June. An allegedly stolen motorcycle was also found nearby, suggesting that the immobilized person was a thief. But this was only the beginning, as police have since discovered at least 4 other alleged thieves tied to lampposts. Although most people seem convinced the crusade against alleged motorcycle thieves is the work of a single vigilante, local authorities told news reporters that this might be the work of a gang of vigilantes. Interestingly, so far, the victims have not provided any clarification in that regard. Jalisco's State Secretary of Public Security, Juan Pablo Hernandez, reported that investigations are underway to clarify the attacks and locate those involved. He also emphasized that the 5 men found bound so far are currently being treated as victims, adding that no one should take the law into their own hands, regardless of their motives. The mysterious Batman of Lagos de Moreno has sparked controversy on Mexican social media, dividing those who condemn this type of vigilante justice and those who express support for the alleged perpetrator.
I love Mexican Batman. Oh my God, that's amazing. I've just got this visual of him being duct taped.
So, as they point out, it could be a gang. Like, obviously, people are thinking it was one person, but I feel like that's a romanticized view. It makes more sense that it would be a gang of people.
Yeah,
I think it would be hard to have that kind of success rate as a single, like an individual person doing it. As a gang of people taking vigilante justice into their own hands, it makes more sense that you'd successfully be able to do that. Interesting that the people who have been duct taped didn't say, like, what's that all about?
What happened? Probably, I bet he was dressed as Batman.
Yeah, actually, we dressed as Batman.
No one's gonna believe me, man. If
I can't tell
Batman, I can't. It's how embarrassing. You're not embarrassed. This is amazing. I'm so for vigilante justice, Sam.
So if you're out there on the streets of
Mexico,
and you're a bike thief, watch out, because he is vengeance. And he
is vengeance.
And he'll get you.
I love this so much. This is the best story ever. I'm just so down for this story. Just imagine
it's a good news story.
For the police and just being like, you see a guy duct taped to a lamppost with thief written on his head. He's got thief written on his head.
Yeah, that's how you know.
It's so good.
Keep it up, Mexican Batman. We're rooting for you.
What if it's actually just like promotion for the new Batman?
Either way, as long as criminals are being brought to justice.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's good. So that's it. That's all our stories.
That's it.
We're ending it on Mexican Batman.
What a brilliant note to end it on. Sorry, that noise is me slapping my leg with absolute joy.
So I hope you've enjoyed this episode.
Thank you. This is sponsored by Mexican Batman.
This was the spooky news for July of 2026. As we're coming into August, the final month of summer.
Oh, it's gonna get spooky.
So August may or may not be spooky, but once we get to September, then we're getting into spooky season. Like autumn is the spooky season, really.
Yeah.
So expect the news to pick up at that point. I
hope so.
Yeah. And if you like this, while you're there, why not maybe subscribe,
drop a little comment,
leave a little comment. Go on. Why not? Why not
vote for Mexican Batman?
Why not share the video? Why not I've heard the Weekly Planet say this. Why not lie to someone in order to get them to listen to it?
Oh,
that'd be good. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Tell them it's something they like, and then just get them to listen.
If you know what they're into, tell them. Because I've tried being like, "Do you like ghosts?" to people, and they're like, "No," and I'm like, "What about UFOs?" And like, "No." Cryptozoology, like, "No, what's that?"
What
I'm like,
about other?
"Bigfoot."
Do you like other?
Do you like other? And they'll be like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Listen to the podcast.
You might like
you
it.
might like it.
It's got other in it.
It's got other in it. Yeah, we're covering all the bases there. Yeah, lie to someone about what it's about.
Yeah, why not? Then once they're
Yeah.
here, they might like it.
They might. Let's stick
You never
around.
know. You know, all you can do is try. So
And that's what we're counting on you to do. We need you to try.
we need you to try.
Mexican
please.
Batman needs you to try.
I hope Mexican Batman listens to the next
Oh,
episode.
I really hope so. I just really, I hope he just keeps doing his thing and keeps, bringing bad guys to justice. Oh, I'm so down for Mexican Batman. I love it. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Anyway.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next month.
Ta-ra!
Bye-bye.